was the daughter of a working mom, which was very unusual in the 50s.
That's right.
But Mother always worked. She was in banking. She was an escrow officer. Loved her work. Was very, very good at it. Started out in San Diego, where I was born, and then we moved to Lancaster, in the Mojave Desert. My dad worked for Convair, and so we moved with him there. And again, she went back to work. My sister was born there, and then when we came to Santa Maria in the late 50s, she began work with Security Bank, and before she retired, she was vice president of Security Bank here in Santa Maria. So she had a long and happy career. She loved her work. Well, my mom and dad were married for 50 years. My dad died in 1994, and they had always been best friends with the Pearsons. And Howard's wife had died a few years after my dad. And so they started keeping company. They knew each other's history, and they got married when Mother was 80. He bought her a brand new home, and they were so happy for the first few years of their marriage. And then when she was, I think she was almost 84, and she started some unusual behaviors, sleeping a lot, not being very aware of things, and Howard did his best to take care of her. And when he died of a heart attack, shortly after that, we realized that we needed in-home care, and we had a wonderful caregiver. Maria took care of Mother in her own home for the first year after that. But we had to eventually have care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in her home, and it was just too much. And so when Magnolia opened, it was the perfect time to think about residential placement. I'm just 5 minutes away, which is another wonderful thing. I pop in every single day, and I pop in at odd times of the day, no specific time whatsoever. I come unannounced. Every single time I come, she is content and being cared for with love. When she was participating in activities, I remember one time I came over and she was singing. There was a group sing-along, and she was singing all the old songs, Let Me Call You Sweetheart, and she knew every word to the songs, which I thought was so touching. And another time I would pop over, she'd be playing bingo. She loved the prizes. The caregivers at Magnolia are so wonderful. And from the very beginning, she had all the attention and loving, compassionate care that she deserved. The daytime caregivers and the nighttime caregivers are wonderful people. You choose them very wisely. And we've been so happy with all of them. They do a lot of personal contact with Mother. She's always treated with love and compassion. We've had a few medical emergencies come up, and you're there for her right away, and the caregivers are there for her too as well. So we always know she's in good hands. And it's just a huge source, a huge blessing for us to know this.